dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And welcome into the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. On the phone line, we have Kelly Suey, Executive Director of NPT Special Education Cooperative. Kelly, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks.
Absolutely, and thank you for taking the time and being here with us today, breaking down all that NPT Special Education Cooperative has to offer. I recently heard just a little bit of conversation at a recent Taylorville School Board meeting, but I'm excited to break down just all of it today. When we're talking NPT Special Education, just break it down for the people out there that have never heard this before.
Absolutely. So we are a special ed cooperative, and we provide services to Nokomis, Pana, and Taylorville schools. Like psychologists, social workers, speech language pathologists, hearing and vision teachers, occupational therapists, physical therapists. We recently hired a new transition specialist, and he is going to help those kiddos who are, on the older age, help transition, to the real world, I guess you would call it, learning those skills to live on their own or live with someone else or jobs. Admin assistant, who helps teachers and principals, and then of course our amazing office staff that keeps us all lined up in a row and doing what we're supposed to do.
Wow, yeah, a great many services provided there from NPT, Nokomis, Pana, Taylorville schools. It took me too long to figure out what that NPT stood for there, but I'm loving the amount of services here. And when I'm thinking special education cooperative, I'm thinking students, children with disabilities, learning disabilities maybe, but when I hear psychologists and social workers, even speech paths, I'm thinking of students that might be more neurotypical. Is it only students that are with students with disabilities?
Yes.
Okay.
So we service those students that have been identified with disabilities. However, our psychologists and social workers, they help the district, with interventions for students who might not need special ed, but might need additional help. They're part of those district building teams. And then they also do the assessments needed to see if a kiddo qualifies for special ed services, and then helps us develop a plan that's going to help that kid, in the educational setting.
Absolutely. Okay, so it can be an additional asset there to a student, but okay, absolutely loving it. We're getting the breakdown for NPT Special Education Cooperative with its Executive Director, Kelly Suey. Kelly, how long have you been in this position as Executive Director?
So NPT started, this is our 5th year, and I've been with from the beginning.
Wow.
So this is 5 for myself in this position and our cooperative.
Oh, really awesome. You've seen it since the birth of it. And the 5 years ago, what sparked this? What made NPT Special Education needed?
Well, we these 3 member districts were originally a part of Mid-State Special Education, and Mid-State does great work. They just cover a lot of area. So the 3 superintendents at the time started kind of exploring different ways maybe to provide more centralized services to their students in their districts. And at that time, I was a program coordinator for Mid-State and that administrative role. And we all just kind of worked together, and we put together a plan, went before the State Board of Education, and got approved to just kind of, create a little smaller family here that can provide less windshield time, I guess, between districts and more services to the kiddos.
Absolutely. Sounds like the attention was definitely needed for more local schools there in Nokomis, Pana, and Taylorville. And I'm loving seeing this progression and all the attention towards students with disabilities. It's really awesome. Let's move on to our first of many acronyms that we might talk about today. Could we talk about FACES program? I've heard this many times, but can you break it down for us?
Yeah, so FACES stands for Family and Child Educational Services, and NPT currently has 7 FACES classrooms. Next year, they will be housed in Nokomis and Taylorville schools.
Great.
And under that, we have 2 different types of classrooms. So we have a RISE classroom, which is reaching independence through support and education, and then a REACH classroom, which is recognizing extraordinary abilities in children.
Wow. So I'm loving it. So FACES is the overall umbrella, and then there's 2 classes, this RISE and REACH right there.
Yes, correct.
Really awesome. They're reaching independence through support and education. Are these children taking assessments to be placed into these REACH and RISE programs? How is that determined?
Yeah, so through the IEP process and through all the testing that our psychologists and social workers do, um, we kind of then determine what kind of programs kids are going to need. The kids in our Rise and Reach program are the kiddos that might just need a little additional support, a little extra love throughout the day. Our speech language pathologists are really involved in these rooms because a lot of these kiddos have communication devices. So we all just work really closely with the families. We're just kind of an extension to who they are and just help them try and, become the best version of themselves.
I really love that, and you said it perfectly right there. Students that might just need a little extra love or attention throughout the day. Yeah, I was one of those kids. Around hour 3 or 4, I definitely needed a check-in of some kind. It didn't exist, 10, 15 years ago, but that is really awesome.
Right.
So that's Rise. What is Reach?
So Reach is for our kids that still need the extra love, but maybe not quite as much. So those kiddos, and this is a brand new program that we've started this year. So we're opening 3 classrooms, and those kiddos might go out into the general ed setting a little bit more, like for reading or math. But for the most part, they're in our Rise classroom, and we provide a little additional sensory input, fill that speech support that they might need. And then at our high school, we're going to do some awesome things. They're going to be going out to the community and volunteering and working a lot more, learning skills that hopefully they can transition into the adult world as a functioning, member of society. So super exciting.
I'm loving those activities where students can go out and actually practice just a little bit of interaction like that. What is the example, maybe out at the junior high school? What have they been getting the opportunity to do?
Yeah, so our Rise classrooms there have started a very successful coffee cart business. It started with our junior high a couple years ago, and they just started taking orders for coffee from teachers at the junior high and fulfilling those orders. And since then, it's expanded, and they walk over to North Elementary as well once a week because those teachers also love coffee and teas and deliver over there as well. So the students take the orders, fulfill the orders, put it on their carts, and then when they go out, they learn things like politely knocking on doors, using please and thank you, making change, things like that. So it's just been amazing to watch.
It's so cool to watch, and that simple interaction, that exercising of being able to act socially right there, it's very important. Would you say that students like this would struggle with something like that and wouldn't usually put themselves in a position to do that outside of the school?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. So we're just trying to kind of stretch them a little bit and challenge them a little bit and coach them along the way.
Absolutely. We're talking to Kelly Sui right now, Executive Director of the NPT Special Education Cooperative. And talk to me about the movement, once again, just into the Taylorville, Pana, and Nokomis schools. It was mid-state. Can you say that one more time? Mid-Illinois? What was it?
Yeah. Mid-state Special Education
Cool.
is we used to be a part of. And, they serve 17 schools.
Wow.
Or I don't remember. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we transitioned from that to NPT.
Well, makes a lot of sense. So why you guys condensed that is really awesome. You mentioned that Reach classroom and with all under the Faces program, you said 7 classrooms for the Reach and for the Rise.
Yes. So
Wow.
we have 4 Rise classrooms. 3 of them are located at Taylorville and 1 at Nokomis, and then 3 Reach classrooms, 2 at Taylorville and 1 at Nokomis. So
Awesome.
Super excited to kind of stretch out and be able to tap into all the community resources that we have in both communities.
Yeah. Aside from the content in the Reach and the Rise classrooms, what else promotes these students' success that might be different from a normal classroom?
Yeah. So we have curriculums that just kind of encompass all the areas. So the reading, writing, science, social studies. We really focus on social emotional learning, social skills, communication skills, and just kind of those daily living skills. I know at our Rise classroom in Taylorville, they get to go to the Taylorville Food Pantry. They've been amazing to work with. And our kids go out there once a week and help, fill Chex Mix bags, or they always have great jobs for them. And our kids love going because they always get to come home with, back to school with some extra snacks for the class in the afternoon. And Taylorville has just also recently built an addition for our classroom that serves kind of as an apartment. It has a full functioning kitchen and kitchen table and a bed where, the kids get to learn how to make your bed in the morning, how to do your laundry, how to set a table. So it's just been amazing.
Hearing the new additions to Taylorville High School and knowing that it is an apartment style setting is just so special there. Her kids learning to become independent. I mean, that is, and learning that responsibility, just so cool. And students in Rise and Reach, they obviously need a little bit more attention from educators. What does the ratio look like from classes, from teachers to students in those Rise and Reach?
Yeah, so most of our classes have 10 or less students.
Wow.
One certified teacher and 2 to 3 paraprofessionals.
Wow. That's
Yes.
plenty.
So we try and really provide the support that the kids need.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everywhere they turn, there's going to be someone there that's willing to help them out. And Kelly, it's time for us to take our quick time out here. But this is Kelly Suey, Executive Director of NPT Special Education Cooperative. That's Nokomis, Pana, and Taylorville Special Education Cooperative. And this is the WTIM Pana Morning Show, where we do have a weather alert coming in 30 seconds. It's brought to you by People's Bank and not the weather alert, but our Pana Morning Show is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We got much more to talk about with Kelly Suey when we come back, and I'm filling about 10 more seconds for this weather alert to come through. Some severe thunderstorms are still making their way east of Taylorville, and we're going to let this play out right now.
I'm weatherology meteorologist Derek Height with a significant weather update. A severe thunderstorm warning continues until 9:45 a.m. this morning for Coles, Cumberland, Effingham, Jasper, Moultrie, and Shelby counties. This batch of storms will bring with it the threat for both large hail and straight-line damaging winds. Pea-sized hail and winds up to 60 miles an hour are likely. As this array of storms pushes southeastward, the threat for large hail and damaging winds will continue through areas near Strasburg, Camel, Montrose, Casey, and Westfield. For your safety, stay inside and away from windows until the storm passes. Large hail and strong winds can easily shatter glass, causing injury. If you're caught outside, take shelter in a sturdy building or a hardtop car. Take shelter now. Once again, a severe thunderstorm warning continues until 9:45 a.m. this morning for Coles, Cumberland, Effingham, Jasper, Moultrie, and Shelby counties. Listeners near Strasburg, Camel, Montrose, Casey, Westfield, and surrounding areas should take cover now. Bear in mind, this array of storms has the potential for pea-sized hail and wind gusts to 60 miles an hour. Stay tuned for additional updates. I'm meteorologist Derek Height.
On Pana Save a Lot with this week's Hot Buys. USDA inspected boneless ribeye steak, $6.49 a pound. 8-pound bags of russet potatoes, only $2.99. Boneless center cut pork chops, $2.49 a pound. Red or green seedless grapes, $1.99 a pound. Assorted Kraft barbecue sauces, 2 for $3. 1-pound packages of fresh strawberries, only 2 for $5. And 5-pound bags of fresh chicken drumsticks, 59 cents a pound. Hurry in, these prices are good through Tuesday, July 30th at your locally owned Pana Save a Lot. Hope to see you soon.
Dinner time just got easier with Pizza Man of Pana. Enjoy great food that includes amazing pizza, tasty pasta, salad bar, and chili. On Monday nights, enjoy the spaghetti special with garlic bread and a side salad for $8. On Tuesday nights, come in for the lasagna special with garlic bread and a side salad for $9. On Wednesday nights, grab yourself an individual pizza and side salad for $9. Pizza Man of Pana is proud to be serving Pana and the surrounding areas with great Italian food since 1985.
If you're like most people, finding extra money for your savings just doesn't happen. Hi, this is Casey Rankin at People's Bank and Trust, and we have the solution you've been looking for. Sign up for our Save by Spending Roundup program, and we'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, and then transfer that change to your savings account. It is as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Start saving for the things you really want with our Save by Spending Roundup program. Call 888-PBT-1954 and let us put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Christian County businesses now have another way to attract customers and promote their brand. The Miller Media Group's new 36 by 72-inch two-sided electronic sign is now live in front of our Park Street studios in Taylorville. We're offering businesses the opportunity of promoting themselves to the over 11,200 drivers a day that pass our studios. Reach out to your Miller Media Group account manager now to get on board with this digital electronic sign advertising opportunity.
Thank you for listening to this Miller Media Group radio station. We appreciate you making the choice to tune in to us. We want to remind you of some things to keep the attorneys happy. Our stations allow one winner per household in a 30-day period. Cash prizes are mailed to our winners within 30 days of winning. And as you've probably already guessed, portions of today's programming on this Miller Media Group radio station were pre-recorded and are mechanically or digitally reproduced. There. Now we've made the attorneys happy. Thanks again for listening to this Miller Media Group station.
Agriculture is our largest industry. Your agriculture information station is WTIM AM, FM, and online. Tune in or stream WTIM's over 8 hours a day of ag information featuring our local farm broadcaster to be in the know.
Jim Stepp, owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville, helps protect your driveway or parking lot with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer. Let his 40 years of experience work for you at a reasonable price. Click his icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. And Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. On the phone line, we have Kelly Suey, Executive Director of NPT Special Education Cooperative. In that first half, we learned a whole lot about the FACES program and the Rise and Reach classrooms that come from that FACES program. Just a really, really great breakdown of all of these services that are going to be provided to students with disabilities in this upcoming school year. Kelly, let's talk a little Special Olympics. This topic is cool all in itself, but it looks like we got some things to look forward to here.
We do.
Awesome.
So we're trying to get a Special Olympics team up and going here out of NPT. But, if you want to be an athlete, you don't have to be part of our member district. You don't have to be in school in one of our schools or in our program. So Special Olympics, there's something from, for kiddos from the age of 2 all the way to an adult.
Wow.
And our team name is Dynamite. So we had our junior high and high school kids in the FACES programs kind of brainstorm and then vote on a team name, and Dynamite won. So here we are.
Team Dynamite. I absolutely love it. Yeah. This is really great. Talk about upcoming events. Is there a team fully formed? Are there events being placed on some students?
Yeah, so we still need some volunteers to help coach. So if anyone's interested in that, they can reach out to me and we can get that ball rolling.
Awesome.
But our first event will be on Saturday, September 21st, and it's at Lakeland College in Mattoon. It's a family festival. They have, food, music, entertainment, and then they have some non-competitive games. Registration is required, so anyone who wants to go will have to contact us here at the office and get on our team roster, because a coach has to be on campus, during any event. So if anyone's interested in joining, coaching, volunteering for our Special Olympics Team Dynamite, they can call us here at 217-562-9346, and we will get all of those things going and rocking and rolling.
This is really awesome. And anyone that wanted to be involved there, probably the event on Saturday, September 1st, 21st at Lakeland College, probably good to go to that just to get familiar with people. And will there be information you can get there about Special Olympics?
Yes. So it is a Region 1 activity. So it includes, there's going to be about 600 athletes and their families. So it's just a great event to kind of network and get to know people and just kind of get ready and geared up for the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more time with that phone number people can call to now if they wanted to register for more information.
Yeah, 217-562-9346.
Awesome. That's Kelly Suey, Executive Director of the NPT Special Education Cooperative. Kelly, we got less than 2 minutes left. And our conversation earlier about those students taking drink orders in the morning and exercising some of that responsibility. Let's talk some workforce and some summer programs. What does this summer look like for these students?
Yeah. So a few years ago, Sabrina Jones, she's on our admin team, had a dream, and, we're all about trying to make dreams come true. Yeah. So that kind of birthed, I guess, our workforce program, and it is for our high school kiddos, and they meet a couple weeks during the summer and go out into the community and kind of do the things that they do during the school year, but a little bit extra. They meet policemen, firemen, they have volunteered at Pizza Man and the greenhouse here in town. So lots of different activities. They do a lot of cooking, cleaning. It's just a great a great thing, and I'm just super excited that Sabrina had that dream and we got to help it come true for our kids.
I'm loving that you're calling it dream come true, because these things I'm sure are dreams to some of these students out there, just to be able to accomplish simple things that we can do day in and day out. We're moving closer to their individuality there. So that is really awesome. Kelly, any final words for our listeners out there before we got to go?
No, I don't think so. We're just super excited about the upcoming school year. Helping, partnering with kids and families and school districts just to help kiddos, get what they need in their education. And we're always there to help out. So
Absolutely.
Super excited.
Just perfect. Kelly, thanks so much for taking the time being here with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Kelly Suey, Executive Director of the NPT Special Education Cooperative, here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show. Thanks for tuning in.
SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. There is political chaos